so this is not that long after the person with the black shirt. This is, one of these trucks with it's tinted out with some kind of spiked wheels. After I pointed out earlier that the female who, I guess it was a different female than this female here, and that female here just rolled up and parked in the space the other one was in. She also had a black vehicle like that and shorter hair. Okay. I actually know who that person is to some degree, actually, because I go to that store all the time. And of course, if you watch the videos before this, you know that I'm not stalking these people or whatever, right? I'm being, they're running some kind of program and they're doing things a certain way and they're using technologies and fumes. And I think that the evidence suggests that there's a way to coordinate these people that goes beyond just telling them when to come, right? There's a certain kind of timing taking place that suggests military-like precision, okay? And how many of you, after that big rig was there, would take these spike wheels, the rims, those little spikes on them? How many of you would take it to be a coincidence? And he's in there with the engine still running. And quite often they do things like that in a certain way that suggests that it's suspicious, and then, there's assuming that there's some reason for it. And here you have a County of Santa Clara vehicle over there, right? Which is also considered consistent. So it's about the patterns, right? That truck by itself parking next to me would not be suspicious if it wasn't for the other patterns of events. Okay, the person with the short hair there with the sunglasses. If it wasn't for another person who had the short hair, dark vehicle, compact SUV or whatever, and sunglasses on, dark sunglasses, it wouldn't be suspicious. That female who was was sitting right there with the yellow kind of, whatever those things are called when you put coffee and water in, right? Wearing all black wouldn't be suspicious, right? Especially, I think she might work at one of these places where they required you to wear all black, if it wasn't for the people I've seen earlier wearing all black who are looking suspicious, and that being a typical part of gangstalking. So when we calculate the odds here, as using probability and statistics, we get that the odds that these kind of events occur all the time are, as a coincidence, are so unlikely that it must be a pattern of events in most cases. It must be a planned pattern of events in most cases. I'm being fumed right now, in fact, and one of the odds that I'm being fumed, I'm having trouble speaking, and I have witnesses for that as well. It comes together a certain way, so it's definitively felony, organized stalking taking place, and attempts to intimidate me, and so on and so forth. There's an abundance of evidence to that effect. Okay, before I can even upload this video, right, here comes this guy, parks here, and he still has his engine on too. I was just talking about people who have their engine on. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, and he has this mobile vac thing on. So I have my windows up because I don't want to get fumed the next week, and I'm being fumed here because they come from outside and inside. Okay, and earlier when I was parked, I was being fumed over there on Tenant by Safeway, where I sometimes park, and the person also had a a camper thing, some kind of mobile living station. Okay, and if you look carefully over there, on the other side of where that white Jeep just parked, that's what that is. Okay, so we see these things kind of line up again. And I'm gonna be 43 years old soon. I've lived in Santa Clara County for a long time. These are not things that occurred before. Okay, and the people working for the government have told me flat out that yes, I'm targeted. Okay, and in a nutshell, it's because of who I am, right? I'm the top martial artist ever possible when you consider tech breeding, cheating, and generational gun games ruling people out. So the two doctors want a brain surgeon, okay, and I'm the idea of the crisis superimposed on in Revelation 19, coming back as the top martial artist ever possible. And there's a ton of information to that effect that I've put out there. Psalm 19, Isaiah 42:13, Exodus 15:3, Revelation 19 itself, of course, Psalm 24, Psalm 89. I mean, I can go on and on.